They sold you a dream. Work hard, play by the rules, follow the path they set, and you too can become a millionaire just like them. But what if that promise is a lie? What if the game is rigged, keeping you running endlessly on a treadmill, always chasing a moving horizon? The truth is, the real path to wealth in America is hidden behind layers of hype and misinformation. Most millionaires aren't flashy influencers or day traders. They're hiding in plain sight, using a strategy so simple and overlooked, most people ignore it. In this video, we'll expose the 3 brutal myths that keep you from building real, lasting wealth. We'll break down the lies, show you the data, and reveal the one boring path the top 3% actually use to win. Stick around. This reality check could truly change your financial future forever. Myth 1. The social media illusion. In today's world, social media is everywhere, shaping how we see ourselves and others. It's easy to get swept up in the endless scroll, but what are we really seeing? Stroll through Instagram or TikTok and you'll see people flaunting luxury cars, exotic vacations, and designer lifestyles. Every swipe brings another glimpse of someone's perfect life, filled with expensive things and glamorous moments. But here's the truth. It's a highlight reel, not real life. Most of it is staged. Rented cars, borrowed mansions, even fake private jets. Behind the scenes, these moments are carefully crafted to look effortless and enviable. But they're often just illusions. The danger? We compare our real lives to their fantasy, feeling like failures and making bad financial decisions to keep up. The pressure to match these unrealistic standards can be overwhelming, leading us to question our own worth and success. Many go into debt for the appearance of wealth, not actual wealth. The desire to fit in or impress others can push people to spend money they don't have, racking up credit card bills just to keep up appearances. The real millionaires, they're not playing the status game. They drive used cars, live in modest homes, and quietly build wealth. Their success isn't measured by flashy posts, but by the security and freedom they create for themselves and their families. True wealth is silent. Investments, paid-off mortgages, emergency funds, not flashy Instagram posts. It's about having options, peace of mind, and the ability to weather life's storms without worry. The first step to real wealth: unplug from toxic comparison. Take a break from the noise and give yourself space to focus on what truly matters. Recognize that what you see online is marketing, not reality. Influencers and brands are selling a dream, not showing the full picture. Their goal is to capture your attention, not to tell the whole truth. Don't envy the image. Question the debt behind it. Ask yourself, is that lifestyle really worth the financial stress? What's the real cost of keeping up with the fantasy? Curate your feed for real financial advice, not fantasy. Follow creators who share honest tips, practical strategies, and stories of real progress, not just flashy wins. Focus on your own journey, not someone else's highlight reel. Set your own goals, track your progress, and celebrate your wins, no matter how small they seem. Remember, the richest moments in life often aren't the ones you can post online. They're the quiet victories, the time spent with loved ones, and the satisfaction of knowing you're building something real. The pressure to keep up is a trap. Opt out, and you start winning. When you stop chasing someone else's version of success, you free yourself to define your own. Free your money and your mind to build genuine, sustainable wealth. Invest in your future, not in fleeting approval from strangers online. Instagram is a fantasy show. Your life is real, treat it that way. The most valuable things you own aren't things at all. They're your time, your health, and your peace of mind. Myth 1, busted. True wealth is built in silence, not on a public stage. Choose substance over show, and you'll find real success where it matters most. Myth 2, the belief that you need a massive income to become a millionaire. This idea is everywhere, and it's easy to see why so many people buy into it. We're constantly bombarded with stories of high-earning celebrities, tech moguls, and Wall Street bankers. It's easy to assume that if you don't have a 6-figure salary, you're locked out of the millionaire club. We're told only doctors, lawyers, or tech execs can get rich. If you're not one, why bother trying? But here's the truth. A high income doesn't guarantee wealth, and it certainly doesn't guarantee happiness or financial security. In fact, many people with impressive paychecks still struggle with money, but income is just your scorecard. Net worth is the real win. Think of income as the speedometer in your car. It tells you how fast you're going right now. Net worth, on the other hand, is your odometer. It shows how far you've actually traveled on your financial journey. High earners often fall into lifestyle inflation, spending more as they make more, ending up broke despite big paychecks. The more they earn, the more they spend on bigger homes, fancier cars, and luxury vacations. Their expenses rise just as quickly as their income, leaving little or nothing left to save or invest. Meanwhile, teachers, firefighters, and nurses quietly build 7-figure net worths on modest salaries. They don't make headlines, but they make smart choices. They live below their means, avoid debt, and consistently put money aside for the future. Over time, these habits add up to real wealth. The secret? Savings rate, not salary. It's not about how much you make, but how much you keep and invest. Your ability to save a portion of your income, no matter how big or small, matters far more than your job title or paycheck size. Someone earning $50K who saves 25% will outpace a $200K earner who saves just 5%. It's simple math, but it's also a powerful mindset shift. The person who prioritizes saving and investing, even on a modest income, can build more wealth than someone who spends everything they earn. The Millionaire Next Door proved most millionaires are frugal, live below their means, and invest consistently. They don't drive flashy cars or live in mansions. Instead, they focus on building wealth quietly, making smart financial decisions day after day. Your financial destiny is shaped by habits, not your job title. It's the small, repeated actions, like tracking your spending, automating your savings, and resisting impulse purchases, that make the biggest difference over time. Track your spending, create a budget, and pay your future self first. Make saving automatic, so you don't have to rely on willpower alone. These simple steps can transform your finances no matter what you earn. Small choices, driving your car longer, packing lunch, skipping the latest gadget, add up to big wealth. Every dollar you don't spend is a dollar you can invest for your future. Over years and decades, these small decisions compound into real financial freedom. Don't let the huge income myth keep you on the consumer treadmill. Chasing status and spending to impress others will only keep you stuck. True wealth comes from breaking free of that cycle and focusing on what really matters. Investors build wealth, consumers fuel the economy. The choice is yours. Will you spend your money on things that lose value, or invest in assets that grow over time? Focus on what you can control, your savings rate. You may not be able to double your salary overnight, but you can decide to save more of what you already earn. That's the real power you have. Even with an average salary, consistent investing can make you a millionaire by middle age. Time and discipline are your greatest allies. The earlier you start, the more your money can grow. It's not about earning more, but keeping more. Protect your savings, avoid unnecessary debt, and let your money work for you. Your savings rate is the great equalizer. No matter your background or profession, you can build wealth by focusing on what you keep, not just what you make. Myth 2, busted. You don't need a huge income, just huge discipline, smart habits, and the willingness to play the long game. The path to wealth is open to anyone willing to take control of their financial future. Myth 3, the idea you need a genius, once-in-a-lifetime investment to get rich. This myth is everywhere, and it's easy to see why. We're constantly bombarded with stories of people who made a fortune overnight, turning a few dollars into millions with a single, brilliant move. It's tempting to believe that the only way to build wealth is to find that one magical investment, the secret stock or cryptocurrency that will change your life forever. The media loves stories of people striking gold with one stock or crypto, but for every winner, thousands lose. Headlines rarely mention the countless people who lost their savings chasing the same dream. The reality is, these stories are the exception, not the rule. For every overnight millionaire, there are countless others who end up with nothing, or worse, in debt. Chasing the next big thing is gambling, not investing. When you put your money into the latest hot tip, you're not building wealth, you're rolling the dice. The odds are stacked against you, and the house always wins in the long run. Most people end up paralyzed, waiting for the perfect opportunity and missing out on real growth. They're so focused on finding the next big thing that they never actually invest, or they jump in and out of the market at the worst possible times. This indecision and fear of missing out can be more damaging than any bad investment. The real path: boring, consistent investing in low-cost, diversified index funds. It's not flashy and it won't make headlines, but it works. Index funds let you own a piece of hundreds or even thousands of companies, spreading your risk and capturing the growth of the entire market. Buy a piece of the whole market, no need to pick winners. You don't have to guess which company will be the next Apple or Amazon. Instead, you benefit from the collective growth of all the companies in the market, big and small. Index funds are cheap, diversified, and proven to outperform most expert stock pickers over time. Study after study shows that even professional investors rarely beat the market consistently. With index funds, you keep more of your money working for you, instead of paying high fees for someone else to try and guess the winners. Even Warren Buffett recommends them for most people. He's one of the greatest investors of all time, and he said that most people are better off putting their money in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund and leaving it alone. Automate your investments, set up monthly transfers, ignore the headlines, and let compound interest work. By making investing automatic, you remove emotion from the process and ensure you're always buying, no matter what the market is doing. Dollar cost averaging smooths out the ride and removes emotion. By investing the same amount regularly, you buy more when prices are low and less when they're high. taking advantage of market ups and downs without having to time anything perfectly. The magic is in patience and discipline, not genius. The real secret to wealth is sticking with your plan, even when it feels boring, slow. Over time, your money grows and the results can be astonishing. Compound interest turns small, steady investments into a fortune over decades. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. At first it's slow, but as it grows, it picks up speed and size, eventually becoming unstoppable. Most people ignore this path because it's not exciting, but that's why it works. The slow and steady approach doesn't grab attention, but it quietly builds real, lasting wealth, while others chase the next big thing and burn out. While others chase hot tips, index fund investors quietly build wealth. They don't need to stress about market swings or breaking news. They just stick to their plan and watch their wealth grow over time. You don't need to be a genius, just consistent. The most successful investors aren't the smartest or the luckiest. They're the ones who stick with a simple, proven strategy year after year. Automate, diversify, and let time do the heavy lifting. The more you can remove emotion and guesswork from your investing, the better your results will be. This is the most reliable path to a seven-figure net worth. It's not about luck or genius, it's about making smart choices, sticking with them, and letting time and compound growth work their magic. It's boring, but it works. Myth 3. Busted. The real genius isn't keeping it simple, staying patient, and letting your money grow quietly in the background. So there it is, the 3 myths exposed. The lie was that wealth is complicated. The truth, it's simple, but not easy. Spend less than you make, avoid lifestyle inflation, and invest the difference in boring index funds. You don't need a huge income or a genius investment, just discipline and consistency. The path is open to you starting today. Stop playing the wrong game. Now you know the rules. Go win. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear the truth.